Are you live? Are we live?
We should be. I'm just waiting for it to come up and tell me on screen. Yes, we're live now. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and apologies for the late start, but having major issues. Um, but hopefully they'll resolve now. Obviously, I'm not on the usual thing. My 1X just chose not to work for some reason, but a bit stupid. But yeah, so we are live. It is round 21.
That's
Mexico
row row.
in F1XL's F3. And I am, of course, as always, joined by TS with it.
Good evening, Will. Good evening, everybody. And we have got a lot to catch up on tonight as fast as humanly possible as we are loading into qualifying. Obviously, you've stated, we're on a different platform tonight due to technical difficulties. Obviously, you
Yep.
also missed last week,
Yep.
which was a brilliant race, and I was joined halfway through by Norris himself after crashing out, which was a great help. So thank you very much for last week, Mr. Norris. Of course, jumping quickly to the standings, we're going to start with the constructors because going into tonight, the final two races, the F3 constructors standings are currently tied between first and second on 293 points with McLaren and Ferrari, and Mercedes on 290, Red Bull on 287, AlphaTauri on 279. That's how tight it is in the constructors still. It's
Well,
insane.
we've just been told by Bonta it's going to be driving both sessions as well, so this should be an interesting one.
Definitely.
Um, we
I
have got
mean,
19 car field as well, so
yeah.
this is going to be an
And just
interesting
hop back
race.
to the driver
Oh,
standings. Of course, at the moment, with the two races to go, it's still possible for Chips and Davy to take the Drivers' Championship away from Bennett if Bennett does not have the right results. Bennett currently sits on 270, Chips and Davy on 244. If Bennett can put a win tonight, he can claim the Drivers' Championship.
yes. I have noticed how close it is. I'm not getting the best
It's
audio
it's
either.
very, very close between Chips and Davy, who is currently in second place with 244 points, and Bonta in third with 236.
Um, so, I mean, obviously, this round's going to be pivotal for quite a few drivers.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
of course, no weather to interfere in that. It's just them and the Mexico circuit.
um,
Right, I'm
yeah,
just going to
so, but
ask
Guy Bacul
a
is
couple
looking
of
like he's going to be
questions.
the
Don't know whether you'll
first
know
one.
the answers, they will. One, obviously, PRS Row, I believe, is a name change for Roland.
Yes, it is.
And does anybody know about Human Raptor 2406? That's a name I haven't seen.
I have not either.
I'm going to assume it's a reserve driver for F1XL.
It possibly
Co-
might be. I've never seen his name before, so I have no idea.
I do believe the Alfa Romeo team is the reserve team.
I think they are. I'm sure
They
they are.
are, because I know Haas isn't.
No. Um, but
Well, Human Raptor just starting his first lap. Uh, First time we've seen him, unless it's a name change that
yeah,
we don't recognise, but I don't think so.
I mean it's quite possible one of the guys could have changed their gamer tag names, but I mean we weren't informed, so I don't actually think it is. As we see Guy Big Cool taking out the bollard on this in the stadium section, coming around the final corner. He's going to be the first person to set a lap time, and it's going to be a 1:15.2. So, not bad. Um, I shall be back in uno momento and will grab the cable for my headset, otherwise it's going to die.
Well, that would be a terrible shame. But things are looking good so far for Guy Big Cool. Quite a nice gap there. Bennett sets the time. First driver into the 1:14s. What a time from Bennett. Uh, of course, this track very, very renowned for corner court penalties. if you can stay clean here, you have a very good chance at picking up some places that way. Chips and Davy on a 1:15.4. Bennett looking the stronger driver of the two at this moment in time. Maybe today is the day that he says that championship is coming home with me. Where is Bonta? Bonta just starting a flying lap. Of course, this race, multiple strategies. One stop, two stop is also a valid option here.
Okay, I am back.
I was saying about the tyre strategies. This race is one of the few races where both a one stop and a two stop are both viable strategies.
Yes. So obviously Mexico is. I wouldn't say it's a high tyre wear lap, but I mean it does wear out the softs quite quick. The tyre you probably want to start on is medium, but obviously the top 10 guys are probably going to be starting on softs because obviously it is the faster tyre. As Bonta goes really wide, but I think he's running out of fuel.
I believe soft to hard is doable one stop.
Yes.
I also believe the preferred two stop is a medium soft.
I mean, yeah, it'll be down to driver preference because whenever I drive here, I usually try and go soft, medium, soft because you're obviously on the faster tyre at the end. But I think the optimal strategy is either soft, medium, medium, or medium, medium, soft. But I mean, it just depends. Obviously, we know it's going to be two dry sessions for qualifying and the race. So it's basically going to come down to the drivers' own preference.
Ability. Yeah, that. Yeah, but yeah. The other thing that I did mention while you were sorting out your headset there is this track it can be quite heavy for corner cut penalties. So you know, picking up a few places that way aren't a question for some drivers. Yeah.
I mean, some of the corners on this track, it's quite hard to explain if you've never drove on this track, but I mean, most of these guys either run medium traction or no traction, and when you come out the corners, if you hit the apex too much, you can lose the back end, and then you end up cutting the corner, which can obviously hand you a warning, especially the part that Roland's coming through now, the extremely fast, I think it's the left, right, left, and then right again, and then left again. It's basically like a snake section, and if you get that wrong on the entry in the middle of it, you end up, it spits you out past the exit, and then you can end up going wide onto the straight, and it obviously gives you a corner cut warning because you're miles off the track. But I mean, it's definitely one of those ones where you have to watch when you're coming into the corners, especially when you're coming down this long straight that Roland's on just now, because when you have cars around you,
just about to come over the line, one of the first drivers on mediums.
Well, when you're coming down that straight, you usually have cars around you, and you can be pushed. Oh, Beastie just missing.
Oh no, that was AI. It was on the AI, I think, the pink car.
Is it on the AI? Oh, okay. My life just coming out the pits there. But yeah, it is quite punishing for the corner cut warnings. But I mean, as long as the drivers are, I mean, like where we just saw Beastie come across, if he did that during the race, the car would probably spin because you're hitting the sausage curb on the inside, which is never good because it does unsettle the car.
Jesus Christ, and the one looks fast through there.
Yep, yeah, 1:14.7.
Yeah, he's the only driver into the 14s, and he's going faster on this lap.
Well, we'll stay on board with the Ferrari driver as he's coming around the stadium section, my favourite part of this track.
No,
he spun. Yep, he's going to be coming into the pits.
If that happens in the race, Chips and Davy will be laughing away, I'll tell you that. Well, not like figuratively, like, you know, that's like how you spun it, but, you know, laughing in the sense that he knows that that's going to boost his chances of taking the title fight to Bennett.
Yeah, I mean, it's it's definitely going to come down to. I would say it's not going to come down to strategies in this track. It's probably going to come down to how many penalties someone's got, because the undercut does work here. I'm not so sure the overcut works, because obviously some people are a lot quicker on this track, as Guy Cool goes into P4. No, not Guy Cool, I think it was Moo. Yep, Moo goes into P3. 1:15.2, really good lap from him.
He's been driving really well the last end of the season. You know, he's actually been making the performances from his qualifying into his race, and he's had 2 podiums 2 weeks running, and he's up there in the top 3 again.
Well, F1XL Norris sitting P5 as well. I know he likes this track.
Say Norris is in P5, and I know, yeah, he was one of the drivers that runs well here, and should hopefully not pick up too many penalties as well.
On board with My Life, who's just coming out the exit of the stadium section. In the final corner, that was really wide. Almost clipping the wall, and outside comes across. It's 1:15.724, which is an improvement but keeps him P9 just in front of his teammate Forensic Narwhal.
Who we do need to see a good lap from today, and that's the man that I'm currently watching, the 3rd place man in the Drivers' Championship, Bonta. He needs a good race today. He's not been up there over the last 2-3 races.
Yeah, I mean, he has had some relatively unlucky results, shall we say, because I mean, in his terms, he would probably think they're mediocre, as he knows he's really, really quick. But I mean, some of the drivers are getting into their stride now, like Chips and Davey, Bennett, even Guy Big Cool and Moo. They are starting to come into their own, and I think Bonta's kind of trying to keep his momentum going, but it's getting tougher.
Yeah, you say drivers coming into their own, and you mentioned one particular. There it is. It's a 1:15.2 from Bonta. It's right up there. It's on the same, up there. You know, all the way up to Chips and Davis speed. Flat 200 for Chips and Davis. On that man,
cool.
And, you know, commentating in IF4 last season and watching him learn his skill, progress his skill to, you know, become, well, as you know, he became champion of F4 last season, and he's not looked back. He's just getting better and better, and he's such a great chap as well, you know, a great representation for the community that is league racing.
Yeah, I'm guessing you're talking about Chips and Davey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can't, obviously I agree massively. I mean, obviously I'm going to back him. I know we're supposed to be unbiased, but he's Scottish, and obviously I do like how there is Scottish drivers, obviously Sambo as well. I think there is actually more than 2, is there not? No, there's 2. Yeah, Chips and Davey and Sambo. But yeah, I mean, obviously, as Chips and Davey progresses in the F3, he's went from strength to strength, from winning the F4 title all the way up to F3, and he's now in the title fight for that as well. So
yeah, definitely, if he can take it to Bennett tonight or something happens, Bennett's you know, phenomenally fast, but we've seen him have bizarre moments throughout the season. I mean, can you remember Brazil when he spun it in the exit of the pit lane?
So, yep, I can. Yep.
Anything?
That was something you'd probably rather forget.
Speaking of going from strength to strength towards the end of the season, Forensic GFX, he's in 2nd place right now, and he's had some amazing qualifying laps recently.
Yeah, I mean, he's been quite, I wouldn't say he's been quiet, but he's not really had the best of luck when it comes into the races. But I mean, the last few races he's started to dip his toe into the top 10 pool, shall we say, and he's been sticking his nose into there and getting stuck into the drivers up front. And I mean, he has had some decent results. Obviously, he's had some bad luck as well, but I mean, next season, if he's here, it could be a really good one for him, because obviously he's It's only two. There's this one plus another round left, so I mean his championship hopes are not there. But I mean you can be proud that he's went all the way through the season and stuck with it, and obviously he's now sitting in P2 and qualifying for Mexico.
Yes, I think Bennett improved his time from a 1:14.7 to a 1:14.5 at some point during that. He is
I was
looking
on Ghost Viper.
phenomenally quick tonight from Bennett. Of course, the constructor's so tight as well, so I mean, it's not just about the top drivers, you know. As I said at the start of the broadcast, there's 5 teams competing for the constructor's title. 5.
Yep,
So,
there
you
is.
know, every single point counts.
Forensic GFX saying in the chat, P2 will do nicely.
Except it's
And
in
then
P3.
Moo just goes and and then Moo just goes and takes him straight off it. As Ghost Viper goes up to P13, P9, sorry.
Welcome to
with a
the commentary
1:15.3.
Forensic. You've just cursed yourself.
Yep, you said P2 and you're now in P3. Don't say P3 because you'll end up P5. That's usually how it goes. But Ghost Viper's actually on another lap and he's just set a purple sector 1, so we'll see exactly. He has got a little bit of traffic in front of him. I believe that's not Sambo, it's Forensic GFX actually. So I don't think Forensic will hear us because he's obviously on track. He may hear us, but we'll
Hopefully
soon
he
find
is
out.
concentrating on what he is doing
Yep.
while he is out on the
Do
track.
not listen to us. Concentrate what you're doing and try and put in a really good lap and take that P2 back. But I think Ghost Viper's actually coming into the pits. He's running out of fuel as well. Let's see. No, he's actually keeping on going. So it's a 1:15.0 P4. So less than 2 tenths off of Forensic GFX.
It's good news for Ferrari for the constructors if you can keep both of them cars there inside that top 5.
Well, hopefully I'll get the stuff fixed for the final race.
Chips and Davies just invalidated his flying.
So, Forensic has put P2 will do nicely. Moo's put nope. Yeah, I think we've just realised that you pipped them out P2 there, but someone else has just moved. I think it was Sander the Dad. Yep, it was Sander the Dad.
Place.
Yep. So he's just qualified in front of his teammate who's on an out lap, about to start his lap now. We're down to 1:30, so not very long left to go for.
He has been quiet recently, but you know, really poked his name out there about, I'd say, 3/4 of the way into the season, and that's trolled. I mean, he's not, you know, he was like, if you compare where he is now to where he was and how much he was up at the front between around the Canada-Vietnam area of the calendar, you know, Mercedes in that battle for the constructors, I think we really could do with seeing a good lap from Troll today.
I mean, if you go back a couple of races, or about 3 or 4 races, he was literally up fighting with his teammate for like the top 4, and I don't know what's happened. I think he's just, as the season's progressed and the guys have started to get a little bit faster and get a bit more comfortable, he's maybe starting to struggle a little bit, just like Bonta, but he's obviously he's hit us with a couple of surprises this season, which I mean, fair enough. He's definitely improved, and can't wait to see what he'll bring next season as well. But
Guy Big Cool, there's an improvement.
Yep, P3 for Guy Big Cool. Knox, I told you, Forensic, don't mention it. Reinstalled, so hopefully don't get dashboarded. Yeah, hopefully you don't get dashboarded and you can actually start a race this time, because that kind of buggered you the last time.
It happened 2 races in a row.
So Moo's finished.
Troll goes up to 8.
Sander the Dad's finished. He's going to be in P10. Let's see who's going to actually be next. So yep, it will be Norris. So F1XL Norris comes round the final corner. He's going to cross the line P9 for F1XL Norris, as the Haas in front of Forensic Narwhal pulls into the pits, but Narwhal comes across. 1:15.1 P9 for him. He pushes Norris down as my life doesn't improve.
Come
Senior
as you
Weenies,
are. I
nope.
think it's just Sambo on the softs.
Sambo moves up to 17th, but Conte jumps. Oh no, it's not Conte. He pushes Kirby down to 18th.
Senior Weenies
Um,
is invalid.
I think Guy Big
Guy
Cool.
Big
No,
Cool
Guy
is
Big Cool's
invalid.
invalidated.
That
So
is it.
Senior Weenies is invalidated. Yeah, that's it. That's it for qualifying. Yeah, wow. So Bennett
Bonta.
obviously starting from pole.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bonta managed to jump up to P5 in front of Chips and Davy.
He
So,
did, and that's a crucial move from Monton there, because obviously those two are
oh,
battling. They're a lot closer together than what Chips and David and Bennett is.
that's saying Chips and Davy did 2 laps on those softs.
It is.
If that's true, him and Ghost Viper are not in the best place. Because it does affect the tyres if you run more than
That is
one lap
true.
on them.
That is true.
So,
Bennett is ridiculous. I've just noticed he
yeah,
did improve it from a 1:14.5 to a 1:14.1 there.
yeah,
Yeah.
4 tenths in front, or 5 tenths in front of P2, which is Moo. But, yeah, I mean, he is ridiculously quick, but let's see if he can keep up. I mean, he's obviously not going to keep up that pace during the race. It's probably going to be a little bit slower, plus he'll also be trying to figure out his strategy. But
Yeah.
as everybody can see, Bennett does take pole position for round 21 of F1XL with Moo in second place. Guy Cool, really
Great.
good lap from him. He
Yeah,
gets a
great.
massive P3. Forensic as well, sitting in P4, really good from him. Bonta manages to pip into P5 in front of Chips and Davy in P6. Ghost Viper in 7th. Trolled, really good to get into the top 10 in 8th. Forensic Normal 9th. Norris 10th. Sander the Dad 11th. Senior Weenies in 12th. Miley 13th. Human Raptor is first race, I believe, 14th.
Yeah, had a beast.
Beastie down in 15th. Conte 16th. Sambo 17th, Corby in 18th, and Roland in 19th. But I mean, Beastie way down the order.
Yeah, I wouldn't have expected
Um,
that. Nor from Roland, to be honest. I know Roland didn't go out on the softs, I don't think.
Sando Dad, thank you for the follow. I didn't even see that 21 minutes ago. Thank you very much. James Lamming is saying, "Come on, Guy Big Cool." Sorry if I got your name wrong. I cannot see. I've got a small screen. Forensic saying he didn't get dashboarded. Norris telling us 21:37 starts. That's in 3 minutes. That's absolutely fine. But yeah, so obviously Beastie down in 15th, I believe it was.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously season not going his way, but I mean,
They're in the fight though, and you know you can never count Beastie out. And the one thing Beastie's always got going for him is he's one of those drivers that very rarely picks up a corner cut penalty. So you
yep,
know on this track, you may see him make up a good 5 or 6 places, 7 places during the race. He may even push even higher, but he could still have the potential to gain another 3 or so with the corner cut penalty system. So.
well,
And
uh,
Mook already, you know, being P2, that's great news for AlphaTauri. The way, you know, he's continuing as his last few races have. He's got a great chance tonight.
we have Gary M effing Oak 1 in the chat saying mechanics for the podium. So obviously there is different guys cheering on different drivers. Obviously James wanting Guy Big Cool and Gary wanting Moo to score a podium. I mean, obviously it is going to be,
Listen,
it's definitely going to be doable for Guy Big Cool and Moo, because Moo's sitting second, Guy Big Cool's third. So, and we know how
yeah,
quick Bennett's going to be.
yeah. I mean, podium for each one of those drivers is not out of the question. Both have done it multiple times this season.
Yep.
Moo's on a good run of form recently. You know, as we say, anything can and does happen. Bennett is remarkably fast, and you know, I don't want to see him just drive away. So I'm hoping that the race is different. Obviously, we've already seen him Bennett in qualifying once. We've seen him make a few mistakes throughout the season, and we know the
Yep.
corner cut's high here. So maybe he might just take it a little bit easier in the race to try and prevent picking up those penalties, you know, or making those mistakes. Giving the other driver that bit more of a chance to attack him.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it is going to come down to penalties most probably. But I mean, I definitely think it's still going to be a very, very close race because some of the guys' times are so close together, it's just ridiculous. But we'll actually put it to the chat this time. We won't say anything about who's going to win, but we'll say to the chat who do they think is going to win this race. As we've got the Kiwi saying Goat Guy Big or Goat Big Cool. Goat Big Cool, that's a good one. I'll tell him that if he's on the podium. Forensic thinks Bennett's going to win. I mean, that's a good shout. Bennett's obviously really quick, but I mean, we have seen it before where Bennett's managed to jump on the pole position for the race and ended up losing it. But Bennett is saying ignore that. I don't know why that's coming up. That should not be coming up. I actually got rid of that.
To be honest, out of all of the tracks, Bennett's just reminded me of something. Yeah. Shut up, Sander. Don't. You got jokes. But Bennett has just reminded me of the fact that out of all of the tracks, this is pretty much the one where pole position is not necessarily the best place to start because here is such a long run and the slipstream down into turn one. You find yourself getting hammered.
The speed that you get coming down the straight is just ridiculous, and you're probably going to find that you have to stop a lot quicker. But Forensics just put, obviously Sander Dad said Sambo will win. I mean, it's still not out the realm of possibility, but we'll see. Forensic has said, and I never concentrate on laps, I have you guys on all night through quali and the race. Do I hear a slight, you're blaming us for if so, then concentrate on racing.
Soft to wets.
Soft to wets. Forensic normal, I'll get wind damage first turn.
It looks like a lot of the drivers may be thinking the one stop is the way to go rather than opting for the two.
I mean, it's not impossible to go one stop. P3 is where you want to be. Yeah, see, I would agree with Bennett. P3 or P4 is probably the best place to be because you're going to get slipstream from the cars in front. The person who's in first place, i.e. Bennett, is not in the best place. You guys are my race engineers. So you're not blaming us. We're just basically giving you information.
The information is delayed, just so you know.
It'll be delayed by about maybe 5 or 6 seconds. But I mean, that's absolutely fine by me. I don't mind being a race engineer.
We are on the way on the formation lap.
Yep, we are indeed. Let's just get everything up on board. So, Sander Dad in 11th, Senior Weenies in 12th, My Life in 13th are on mediums, Human Raptor and Beastie go on the softs, Conte, Sambo, Kirby and Roland all go on the mediums as well. So, I mean, obviously mixed strategy. People for a lot further down obviously want to be on the longer stint tyres because that's where they want to be. I don't know why Beastie and Human Raptor are on softs. Beastie probably because he wants to get through the field as quick as possible. We'll see how that one goes for him because that is quite a gamble to make. That's putting it down that he can actually get past the people in front because it's not worked in past races where they've tried to get past people on the faster tyre. But I mean, some of the drivers in this division can defend for the life's worth. So I mean, it's definitely going to be a tall order for Beastie because he's down in 15th, so he's going to have to try and get into the top 10 to make the strategies on now worth it. So we'll see how he does.
And of course, he has the added factor of having Human Raptor next to him on the grid. Obviously, a driver that he won't know how he's going to behave going down into turn one. So,
yep. So it's going to be a question mark for him on that one. I'm
no way saying that Human Raptor's going to be a bad driver. I'm just saying, obviously, with a new driver, you drive different when you don't know what you're expecting from that person, don't you? As a driver,
I mean,
you know what I'm on about.
Yeah, you're a bit more reserved when you don't know what the driving style of the driver in front of you is. So you go a bit more cautiously, shall we say, just because you don't know how they're going to react around other drivers. Because, I mean, for all we know, this could be the first time he's ever league raced. Ever. And
that's not necessarily going to say he's a bad driver, because, I mean,
no,
that same
it just
thing
means
happened
that
with Guy Big Cool this year, and look where he is.
It could be nervous. He could get nervous. I mean, you saw me on my first ever race in XL. I was really nervous, and it's a normal reaction when you start racing.
It is. And speaking of starting racing, that is the last car pulling into the grid slots. Well,
Yep, so we'll jump on board with Bennett if Codemasters will give me a decent camera angle instead of behind the cars. Come on, give me a good camera angle. There we go. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go. So Bennett gets a good start, but Moo gets a very good start. Oh, and it looks like
yeah, great start by Moo.
Yep.
Bennett really did bog down there. That Sky Big Call coming up in the slipstream. He's just pulled out. Bennett's going across to protect. Gonna get everybody
a little
around.
bit wide. Yep, let's see. Everyone does get through turn 1 without any sort of contact. I don't see anyone falling down the order massively out. My life.
Fiber flying off of one of the cars back there.
Oh, Human Raptor's round. He's not got damage. Neither has My Life's fell all the way back.
He was just in front of Human Raptor and Beastie on the grid. I wonder if there was contact between the two.
Moo has done an amazing start and jumped Bennett at the start of this race. Guy Cool's all over the back of Bennett now.
Not the only jump. If you just know a minute, I'm going to check on the actual track before I say that because I want to.
Holy, yeah, Roland is all the way up to 11th.
Yeah, that and also Chipton Davies in front of Bonta. And that is Guy Big Cool around.
Guy Big Cool.
Forensic now sitting on the podium. Back in 3rd place.
Yep, Guy Big Cool. It looks like he's no damage, so it looks like he's either had
Chipton Davy is in. Is there damage on Chipton Davy?
There must be. Is he getting a wing change? Let's have a look. Yeah, there is. There is damage on his front wing. So Chipson Davies in. Is he moving to the hards? Is he? No, he moves to the mediums. Senior Weenies is. Ghost Viper's in as well. He's getting a wing change too. But back up to the front, Forensic GFX is in the lead.
No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not.
No, he's not. That's the.
Look at the track map.
It's messed up again. But yeah, so Moo is still in the lead with Bennett just behind him in P2. Forensic has moved up to P3 and he's still on the back of Bennett as well. Not letting him go. But Bonta's up to P4, but he is a 1.5 behind Forensic already, with Narwhal just behind him.
Next lap, DRS becomes available, but Bonta now with Chipson Davy having what appears to be a horrible race is going to need some form of miracle to try and bring this back.
Well, what I was saying before, Beastie has to get into the top 10 to make his strategy work. He is in the top 10, he's 10th. But look where Roland is, he's went from 19th to 9th, and we're only on lap 2.
He must have took advantage of some crazy shit happening in front of him. That's the only thing I can
Yeah, I would say so. But obviously, his teammate didn't follow him. Kirby's still down in 15th. So obviously Kirby didn't get the chance to follow his teammate rolling through. But Guy Big Cool is still on track. He's in 14th, chasing down My Life. Sambo is up to 12th. He's all over the back of Conte. Beastie in 10th.
Well at the moment, trying to chase down Forensic Knoll. Under the dad though, on the mediums, winning really well. 7th place.
Yeah, he's the highest runner of the mediums in P7, so he's still keeping on the back of Trolled as well, who's on the softs, which is no easy feat when you're on the slower tile. He's like the F1 Michael Jordan. Kai Su, 1999. I think that's who he is. I'll just call him Kai. Up the Guy Big Cool. He's like the F1 Michael Jordan. Yeah, I mean, obviously we do like Guy Big Cool. He's a really nice guy. We've had him in here before and spoke to him, and he's a really good driver. But there we go, human penalty. I believe Chipson Davy already has one. Actually, no, Chipson Davy doesn't have any. Oh no, it's Guy Big Cool.
Yeah.
And Forensic Narwhal has a penalty as well, but Troll still sticking to the back
is doing a great job of defending. I mean, even with DRS.
Is Norris going for a move? Norris is going for a move on Sander the Dad for P7. Goes down the inside. Oh, give me a better camera angle than that, please. Yep. Yeah, he did. Got it done. Passes Sand of the Dad for P7.
Oh,
Gonna
sorry,
have
I'm
DRS in the
watching,
next
I'm
straight.
watching the Bennett Moo battle because they go at him down the main straight with the DRS. Oh, Moo was a little bit wide.
Yep. Bennett almost went in the side of him as well. They're running really, really close, but this is keeping Forensic GFX right behind them as well.
Yeah, he's within DRS with Bennett.
Oh, Conte's, it looks like something's happened. Nope, nothing's happened. I don't know what happened there, but Conte was all over the standings, up and down. Kirby's up
Bennett
to 13.
looks so much faster through the air, so he's going to go alongside down into the stadium. Oh, Beastie picks up a penalty. Conte picks up. Switch back. No.
Moo went a bit
yeah,
deep.
he's going to try and switch back again. No.
Lost a little bit.
There it is. That's going to put Forensic right there. He's going to get a good exit. That's what I'm saying. He's been, look, Bennett is, he can push.
It looks like Bennett's struggling. Nope, look at the straight line speed Bennett's got.
He's got DRS though. He does have DRS open himself.
Yeah, but he's pulling away from Forensic. Look at the straight line speed he comes up to. Doesn't go for a move on Moo. I don't know why. He did have the speed, but look at Forensic all over the back of him. Oh,
in the meantime, he's almost into the DRS.
Yep.
Forensic. He's catching this battle, and things are looking good for Bonter at the moment.
Yep, he's definitely catching up with the three in front. He has Trolled not too far behind him either, with Forensic Norwell just behind him. And so from Trolled back to Sand of the Dad, there's less than a second, so between them all. But look how close Bennett is.
It shows you how much a penalty can really hurt your race.
Here we go. Bennett goes for a move on Moo down the inside. Manages to take first place, but Moo's going to fight back. What a defence from Moo. He moves up the inside and takes the line from Bennett and keeps P1.
That was a great. That's. I think he's been having lessons from. That's Roland-esque, mate. That's how Roland doesn't let shit go. I think Roland's been giving Moo a lesson. But look at the speed,
Bennett's going to get him here.
Yeah.
But this is definitely going to be back and forward between these two.
Of course, now Bennett will no longer have DRS to keep him there. He's going to be under attack from Moo and from Forensic.
Yep. Trolled is still on the back of Bonter, but not able to pass him. Norwell still on the back of Trolled, but he's just fell out DRS range. Norris has fell out of DRS range of Norwell. Sander Dad's actually off. I believe the soft runs. Oh, Sander the Dad and Norris are actually fighting. Oh, Sander the Dad goes really deep into the corner. Tries to switch back on Norris.
I bet you Sanders probably on the stronger tyre about now.
We have someone spun, I think. I think it's Sample. Yep.
Corner cut penalty. Virtual safety car. We have a VSC. We have a VSC.
Human Raptors got damage.
Yeah, severe penalty, 5-second penalty. Severe collision with Conte. It's just said.
I think he hit the back of him. Sambo has no front wing. Ghost Viper down in 18.
Will we see some of the soft runners ditch a pit stop while it's VSC?
Well, we're about to find out because Bennett is coming around the final corner. This is actually really good for Bennett because it disables the DRS on the straight. Until obviously we are back to racing, green flag racing.
Trolled is the only person that's gone in so far.
So they're coming down the straight. This is going to give Bennett a little bit of a break from Moo, because Moo can't attack until the green flag is back out.
It's not going to be as much of a benefit, but it is going to be a benefit.
Yep, well, he's about to get DRS again coming down here as...
also pitted.
So, let's see. Oh, Bonta actually lost a lot of time to Forensic GFX from that. 2 seconds back. Oh, as Bennett and Moo are fighting again, as Moo tried to make a move on Bennett but can't quite keep the place as Bennett fights back and takes back P1 as well.
If he can keep the pressure on though, he doesn't necessarily need to make a move if he keeps the pressure on. We've seen Bennett twitch already a couple of times.
Yep.
Just needs to keep him under pressure.
If he can make Bennett make a mistake, Bennett could end up with a penalty. Obviously, with touch wood, we don't want that to happen, but I mean, that's some strategies that some drivers take. Obviously, the penalty will...
Just,
oh, mileage.
That we're just saying that that is a strategy that as a
Yeah,
driver you can use.
it's literally an effective strategy where if you put the driver under pressure, he won't make a mistake.
That one bit of
But
sweat rolls into your eye while you're driving on your wheel.
yep,
You know how it is, Will.
yep, I do indeed. It's a pain, but I mean it's just
There
the
we
way
go.
racing goes.
Moo coming back.
Yep,
DRS.
goes down the inside. Bennett's probably going to try to switch back here. As he does, he goes really wide on the entry. Gets out. Look at the speed he gets coming out that, and he gets DRS. No, he doesn't.
No, it's one activation for both
Yep.
sides.
Oh, look at Bennett though, going down the inside of Moo. And I tell you what, massive respect between both drivers.
Look at this. Look
at
this
switch back
between both of them.
And
this is brilliant, Will.
Still side by side.
This is
absolutely.
You want an example of F3 and the racing. Look at this. Oh,
Moo's just been given a penalty. That's not going to help. Oh, and Bennett actually makes a mistake. I think the dirty air was getting to his car there, and he
had to
lost
drop
grip.
A gear. I was on board. Had to drop a gear because he was going to go wide. In the meantime, Forensics just sat down waiting to pass. He doesn't need to make a mistake. He doesn't need to do anything now. While those two are scrapping away, he just needs to sit there and select the right opportunity.
He's lost Bonta as well. 3.2 seconds behind. So we are being told the pit lane window is open for the medium, for the soft runners to move to mediums.
Bennett on move. It's coming back at him again. For what, the third time now?
Yep. Troll sets the fastest lap, 1:18.467.
Yeah, he's going to get quite a big undercut as well from when he pitted.
Yep.
Plus he might gain a little bit of time from pitting under the VSC. He just finished while he was still inside the pit.
This is the respect these two are showing each other is really good. Sander's dad is making a move on Bonta.
Yeah, that shows you now the
mediums
are the tyre to be on. Those softs on Bonta. Looks like he's really not in the middle of the S.
He's trying to pass him in the S's. Side by side.
Oh my God! That is
what a move by Sander the dad.
Oh wow!
Oh,
did Manuel go through as well?
Yep. Norris is trying it as well down the inside, and it looks like Beastie just went round the outside.
I think Beastie's going to lose that. He went well deep.
Yeah, Beastie went off track, had to give the place back, but look how close Norris is. I definitely think Bonta's tyres are gone. As Moo is in the pits.
He is heading to the pits.
Is Bonta falling? Bonta is.
Looking for the undercut. Forensic still trying to chase down Bennett.
What Sander the dad. Corners.
You know, but Sander the dad and Roro now. Fucking third and fourth on the mediums.
Yep. They're really far up for being on the medium compound tyres, but it looks like whereas Guy Bakul back up to P7, he is on the softs, but he didn't get any damage, so he didn't have to pit. Where is Moo coming out? Moo's came out 12th.
Yeah, can I point out, because he went under the VSC, and because he didn't have that undercut he got, by going that early, Trolled is legitimately, with a pit stop, in front of Moo on track, which would put him net P2.
Yep.
Or net P1.
Albert, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be tough to call, because obviously you've got...
Trolled and Forensic Null, because they went under the VSC, a legitimate, they're actually, that's in place, right? Yeah, that's right, aren't they? That's right.
Yeah, they've jumped Moo. Yeah, they've jumped Moo. Here we go, Forensic, GFX is in, Bennett's in, Norris in, Beastie's in, Guy Bakul's in.
This is, we'll find out now.
So Roland is up to P2, Sander Dad's took the lead, Conte is in third.
That is Forensic
top four.
Now, Trolled in front of Bennett. Here comes Moo down the street. Is he going to go? Bennett is coming out. He's still side by side. Bennett. He's going to go later on the brakes. His tyres are more heated up from Moo.
Oh, that was close. Moo just keeps the car on track there, manages to keep and get in front of Bennett. So, I mean, obviously the guys on the medium tyres for 3 laps, Trolled and Narwhal. I don't. They may have to pit again towards the end.
Obviously, I think everyone's going to have to pit again.
But the top 4 do have to pit definitely. They have obviously not pit yet.
There's no way you're going soft mediums, is there? It's just not happening.
I mean, it's probably possible, but with the amount of fighting that they're doing, I don't think it will be. But
I mean, still outstanding.
Look at the pace on Bennett. He just came out that corner and he was about 9 tenths behind Moo. Came out that corner and closed 6 tenths down on him, just in one little straight.
Bennett looking very, very strong tonight. But outstanding tactical decision by Trolled and Forensic Narwhal.
Yep, it definitely was. As Trollden has passed Kirby, he's going for a double pass. He's just went past. Yep, he's just went past Kirby and got Conte as well. Let's jump back with Moo and Bennett.
Great driving from Trolled. Of course, he is on a lot fresher tyres than Conte and Kirby.
Yep, he is 7 laps to be precise. As Bennett and Moo are at it again. Bennett's got in front of Moo. This is going to be probably for the rest of the race between these two.
Yes, but it's going to be how these two now react as well to the fact that they've got to get back past Forensic Narwhal and Trolled. And now Trolled is not only sat there, obviously you can see there as I'm on board with Moo, there is Forensic Narwhal, but Trolled has got Kirby and Conte in between himself and been able to make a gap, which means legitimately when Roland and Sander the Dad pit, Trolled will be net P1.
Yep.
And building the gap
just
all the time, everyone else is stuck.
I'm just having a look. The speed that Bennett is getting down the straights is ridiculous.
It is. But
I mean, just if you jump on board with Moo and just watch him, he just pulls away. Massive. He's pulling away from Moo. Even though both of them have DRS, he's going for a move on Forensic Narwhal.
He's not going to get that.
Yeah, he is.
Might try and
down the inside.
I don't think he's going to get the exit speed. Yeah, it's cost him the exit speed.
Yeah, he's got DRS though. Is he going to try again? Forensic Narwhal goes defensive. Bonta gets the 3-second penalty. Yep, he's got it this time. Narwhal goes off track and gets a 3-second penalty, but he's still sticking with Bennett. Still side by side. Narwhal's got the inside line this time though, as Bennett manages to hang it around the outside.
Oh! Massive twist! Moo's going to get by.
Yep, Moo just jumped Forensic Narwhal. So a lot easier as Forensic GFX as well. He's came out of nowhere and he's just took the place from Narwhal.
What he needs to do, that's how he needs to drive. He needs to drive smart. He needs to just sit back and pick them. Right.
Yep, it definitely does. He's sticking with Moo and Bennett, so that's probably he probably wants to stick within DRS of these two because they're going to drag him along until everyone else in front pits.
But even when they catch up the gap that they, what is the gap? A 3.5 second gap to Kirby right now.
Yep, Kirby is currently trying to pass Conte.
Troll's pulled a 2-second gap since he's been past Conte at this point.
Moo and Bennett are at it again. As Moo tries a move on Bennett, Bennett has a twitch, and Moo goes past. Is Forensic actually going to get past them this time as well? Oh, he was going to try and make it 3 wide there, but decides to pull out the move. That was really, really smart driving from Forensic. Yep, definitely really good driving between these three.
Yep, great awareness. Good move from Moo on him. It was where he was the way around. Forensic sits there behind them both still.
Guy Cool manages to jump Bonta up to P13 as well.
How long do you think Sander the Dad and Roro are going?
I think probably another 2, maybe 3 laps, and then they'll probably be in for a change of time. In fact, no, actually, they may run.
Roro is in.
Oh, Roland's in. So there we go. That's just answered that question. Sander the Dad keeps going. Troll's going to move up to P2. Conte's going to jump up to P3, but Kirby's in as well. So Moo is going to jump up.
Onto the soft Ferrero.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
going
probably
your
going
way
to go
then.
medium
He's
soft
going,
soft.
yeah.
That's my guess. Because it wouldn't make any sense as Forensic goes on and gets a move on Bennett. Is he going to make it stick? He does. What a move from Forensic.
This is incredible stuff.
Yeah, what a move to get past Bennett. I mean, he has to. He's got a penalty. Bennett has no penalty. So he has to get past Bennett and try and keep up with Moo just in front of him and obviously try and draw him back. And Moo does have a penalty as well. In fact, you know what? Let's have a look at the penalties. So Conte, Moo and Forensic GFX have 3 seconds. Sander Dat has 3. Narwhal has 9. BC has 3. Chips and Davy has 3. Guy Bickel has 6. Bont has 3. Kirby has 3. And Human Raptor has 12. As Beastie just gets a penalty as well. I believe that's Beastie. No, it's not. It's his second. Chips and Davy is getting passed by Roland as Kirby just receives a penalty.
Sander the Dad is boxing soft also, which is going to give Troll the lead. And how far will it be in the lead? That is the question of Mook.
Where's Sander the Dad going to come out? So Bennett gets past, Narwhal gets past, Norris gets past. He's coming out in front of Beastie.
Roro.
He's just in front. Yeah, he's just in front of Roro actually. So
look at the
comes
gap.
out P7.
6 seconds from Troll now to move. That is what Troll. Not only he managed to come out of that stint from 2 places, 3 places behind Moo, gain the places, and somehow gain 6 seconds as well. What an incredible stint for Troll.
Bennett is still trying to get past Forensic. He's in the DRS range of him as Narwhal is right behind Bennett as well. So, I mean, this has changed. At the start of this race, we had, like, what, 3 cars at the front fighting for first, second, and third. Now we've got about 6 cars fighting for, in fact, more than that. We've got about 6 or 7 cars fighting for the top spots. So this is going to be, it comes for the possible second round, the pit stops.
Moo is slowly edging into the gap between him and Troll.
Yep, down to 5.9.
Troll is still penalty free.
He is, which is definitely going to roll into Troll's favour as Roro sets the fastest lap, 1:17.6.
Him and Sander are going to be catching up to Norris rather quick. And they're going to be
Bennett
a real danger on this. You know what? I mean, look, you can, if you look on board from Sander, you can see Bennett, and you know once Roro and Sander catch them, they're going to be a real danger of slowing that fight down.
Well, Sander Dad's going for a move on F1XL. Oh, Norris! Oh, he actually just went into the back of Norris, but he does go down the inside. Slams on the brakes.
Damage.
Nope, no damage. Sander Dad's fine, no damage. He gets past Norris and gets up to P6. Now he's got Forensic Narwhal. I tell you what, Sander Dad could be on for a winner in this one. His strategy is perfect.
We're seeing different strategies from a few drivers. What a race, Will! What a race!
Yeah, this is.
I'm actually been genuinely gutted that I know, you know, all good things must end and everything. Yep. But I'm genuinely gutted that we do only have one more race left, because this season commentating on F3 has been such an honour and a privilege to come here week in, week out and see these guys, and the standard of racing that they put out there is just a sight to behold.
It's insane. It is literally insane how close these guys are. As it looks like, Forensic's passing Mook. Mook has just been passed by Forensic GFX. He's now up into P2. If he can push and get a little bit of a distance, I'm gobsmacked. I am actually gobsmacked.
Push, because look where Sander the Dad is. He's looking on for it. He's going for it. He's going to be right there.
Bennett's going down the inside as well on Moo.
Mate, watch out! Oh, no. Sander's right there on both of them.
Yep, Sander's going to. She's trying to remove him. Bennett.
Oh, this is going to get brutal.
Oh, Bennett goes down the inside. Nope, he pulls out. Oh, Sander's really hit the back of Bennett. This is going to let Forensic GFX pull away. He's already out of the DRS range of Moo.
Oh my god, that's going to be
Look at
This
Bennett
is
on the back of
insane.
Moo. Wow. Oh, Moo goes really wide. Bennett tries to make a move. He's not gonna. Oh, Bennett's just got a penalty. They're all equal, apart from Trolled.
Who's in the meantime, look how much time Troll's getting now this has all happened. He's gone from 5-7 to 6-7, and he's put.
Oh,
there we go. This is
here we go.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Look at
Sander the Dad goes down the middle.
Oh my god! He's gonna get both of them.
Oh no! He made contact with Bennett. Oh, Bennett's just went off the track. Oh, Roro gets another penalty. That was really, really, really unlucky. The two of them made contact. They were literally 3 wide going into the first corner. But now Sander's got Forensic GFX to chase down. As I just wow,
You know what's
as we've got
crazy
yellow
about
flag.
this, right, is that the people who need to benefit from Bennett being down there, Chips and Damian Bonner, are both behind him still.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Bennett had the little bit of a spin or the contact with Sander the Dad, so he dropped down to 9th. He goes down the inside. Moo tries to keep the place he does. He's still side by side with him, but they're coming around the corner. Look how close everybody is now. They're still side by side coming in the final corner. Oh, they almost made contact. Moo still side by side with Roro, and there he goes past him.
Look at Forensic now. I'm looking back off of Roro. Look at Forensic
Yes, look at the speed. 3 wide coming down the straight.
Roro's just got double overtake. He's just gone
Yep.
from getting
Oh.
Moo to losing.
Narwhal still down the inside. He cuts the corner and gets a penalty. Oh!
Jesus Christ.
They're literally 2 by 2 coming down the
I'm
straight.
watching from Norris's view now. This is insane. And then you got Bennett just behind Norris.
Well, they are 20 laps in. Oh, Roro hits the back of Moo.
Troll
Troll gets a
picks up the
penalty. But it doesn't matter. He's still 6.1. Look at Bennett. Bennett's just went up the inside of no hairpin and took P7. So Bennett obviously trying to gain back the places he lost. Oh, he almost hit the back of Roro. What's happened to Narwhal? Forensic Narwhal spun round and hit the wall. This is, Forensic GFX. Sander the Dad's just passed him.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
what's going to happen
Forensic.
here? Bennett's lost
Yeah.
places. He's back down to 9th. As Guy Big Cool gets past him.
Everything is going on. What? This is crazy. I was just about to say to you, when do you think the second round of pit stops is?
Do you know what? The way this race is going, I have no idea. But it looks like Norris is about to make a move on Roro. Goes down the inside, coming into turn 1. Should be relatively easy. But then again, it is Roro who's trying to overtake.
Moo
As Moo gets another penalty.
Of course,
Yep.
Sander the Dad, is definitely looking good. But when he comes back out, it's going to be role reversal. Troll will be on the soft.
Yep. So Trolled is going to be extremely quick. He is bringing down the gap though. It's down to 5.5 seconds. As Guy Big Cool and Bennett are fighting for P9 and P8. Bennett, gets past Guy Big Cool for P8. Beastie is up to P7. Really good running from Beastie. He's been quite quiet for most of the race. It's just hard to ruminate time penalty off of it. Yeah, I mean, we saw
F1XL Norris, the only driver without.
Yeah, he is. He could be on for a massive gain of positions here as Kirby gets another penalty.
Kirby,
So-
Trolled is in.
So Trolled comes in. Sander the Dad takes the
He's
lead.
going for another set of mediums. He's going for the undercut. I think that's. You know what? If he doesn't get,
That could actually-
if he does, yes, it depends on where he feeds out and if he's going to get stuck in traffic. That battle that's happening
Well, I mean-
between everybody.
I mean, think about it this way, right? So the guys who are on the mediums right now, they're going to run for another 2, 3, maybe 4 laps at the most. That'll leave 10 laps. The softs are dying off really quickly around here. So by the time they get to like 9 laps on the softs, Trolled's only going to be on about 10, 11 laps on the mediums. So his mediums will be coming into prominence. He might have just done the undercut of the century.
It depends on how much time he loses when he catches up to the. Because
Yep.
he's all the way back. behind
down in
Conte
13th.
and yeah, he's all the way back behind Conte and you know, Bontham and they're all there right in front of him, and I can see Bennett. I know all those guys have got to pit again. It's not them that he's fighting now. So the longer he's stuck behind them, it's going to eat into his 6 second gap. It depends on how far the other drivers go. I'm guessing at least another 5 laps for some of them.
We have PRS Roro in 4th, who only has 3 seconds of penalties, and Moo is currently in front of him with 6, but F1XL Norris is just behind him with no penalties as Chips and Davy gets another penalty. This has not been a great race for Chips and Davy. He's down in 14th as Moo gets passed by Roro for P3, or I think Moo actually may have challenged him there, but 2 McLaren's going at it, and Kirby, it looks like he was going to pass Conte there, but doesn't do it. He does go down the inside of Conte, but decides to back out of the move. As Guy Bicco and Bennett
is there, he's right on the back of him, and these guys in front of him are on softs as well, and he's just now he's at a point where he's losing time.
Well, Guy Bicco and Bennett are fighting for, still fighting for P7 and P8. I think they've moved up a place. They used to be P9 and P8 they were fighting for, but they're now up. But they do have Beastie directly in front of them as well. This is definitely going to come down to who has the least penalties. As Beastie is cutting the start of the S section there, but Bennett gets another penalty. So, I mean, I think obviously we feel bad for Bennett. He obviously did nothing wrong, but he got slight contact. Oh, and he's just clipped Guy Bicco as he went round the corner there. Guy Bicco did really well to keep the car straight. It didn't spin. But I mean, stuff happens. Kirby gets a penalty, another penalty as well. Yeah, I definitely think Norris is on for a massive gain here. He could actually end up on the podium.
If Troll doesn't get through this traffic fast, he's going to throw away everything that he's worked for.
Well, he's just got past Kirby, so he's now up to P12. He has Conte directly in front of him. He's actually got a cluster of cars right in front of him that he has to get past, which, I mean, he's been showing really, really good pace, but
yeah. He's definitely eating into his 6 seconds that he had, though.
Yeah, he's going to have to try and get past him as soon as, so that is the people in front. Oh, look at the move he's making on Ghost Viper. Round the outside.
He's got
and he manages to make it stick. Yep, makes it stick, gets past Ghost Viper. Next one is Conte, and then Bonta directly after him.
It's great driving from Troll. I mean, he's got to do this, but he cannot pick up damage while doing it.
Nope, or any more penalties, because it's definitely going to come down to how many penalties has he got? He's got 3 seconds.
Just got the one. Just the one.
So he needs to watch what he's doing. He doesn't pick up any more penalties, because this could definitely ruin his race. Because as it stands right now, Moo gets another penalty. Norris just
Dad and
overtakes
Forensic
Moo.
that are going to be the 2 dangers, I believe. We're just not to see
Moo's
where
in. Moo is in. The way it's standing right now, Norris will
getting very
take.
Dark, Will.
Yeah, it is. It's actually getting really, really overcast.
He's going to get a double slipstream. He's not going. He's going to go for both. He is. Bloody hell. Oh. Don't get the damage. Oh, lovely driving. Amazing stuff. You got both McLarens down in the straight. Trolled is now free. He's got an open track and a good 5 seconds of clean air in front of him.
Yep, has to catch Guy Bicco. And then he obviously has, I think as he's getting further and further up the field, it's going to get a little bit tougher. He's going to have Guy Bicco, then Bennett. 25 laps gone, Will, of 36. Yep. That leaves 16 laps. We've actually only lost 2 drivers, My Life and Sambo. So we still have 17 active drivers in the race. And good for us, no one's been lapped either.
Forensic is pitted. Forensic is boxing off of the mediums. Will it be a set of...
it will be a set of softs.
10 laps. 10 laps,
yep.
Yeah. PRS Roro is also boxing for his final set of softs. As is Guy Big Cool and Bennett. Where is Troll going
he's
to
passed.
be?
He's up in P4.
He needs to make hay while the sun shines because the guys coming out behind him will all be on fresh soft.
Yep, they're going to be pushing like mad as Forensic GFX comes out in P6. Roro in P7. Moo is out in P8. Chips and Davies up to 9th. So at least he is going to score some points for his championship. Wait a minute, where's Bennett? Bennett's directly behind them. But yes, Guy Big Cool.
This is gonna see where Sander depends on how long Sander stays out and where he comes back out.
Yep, he's got.
He should pop out somewhere near between Forensic and Roro if my maths are correct.
Human Raptor receives a 3-second penalty there. He is
Sander
not in the pits.
Sander is in.
He is, yep. He comes into the pits. Is Norris coming in or is he staying out? He's 14 laps on those mediums. So let's see what happens. Is he coming in or he is? He's coming in. Is Beastie coming in?
Will go in as well.
Yep, Beastie's in. Troll's going to take the lead.
This is where we find out how far the actual lead is.
So Troll is going to take the lead of the race.
Sander is coming out. Sander. Oh, is he going to fly in second? No way. Look at
yep, he's back out in second place.
What a magic stint from Sander.
Frenzy GFX is in third.
Yeah. Roro in fourth.
Top 4 have 3 seconds of penalties each, so this is 4th position. So Trolled has managed to come back out in the lead.
He only has a 2-second. Yes, but he only has a 2-second lead, and
he does. 6, and Sander the Dad's
7,
on faster
8,
tires.
9 laps to hold it out.
So this is going to be interesting. He does
That's
have a
how much time he lost, man.
Well, he does have a 5.6 second gap back to Forensic GFX, who's holding off Roro by 2.5 seconds. So this is going to be close between all of these drivers.
I tell you what else is happening there. We've got Bennett. Chips and Davey is in front of Bennett on track and out till the end. Then Bennett is right there in his gearbox.
Yep, he's also on the faster compound tyre as well. He's on brand spanking new softs with Chips and Davey on 6-lap-old mediums. And from what we've seen from Bennett, he's definitely going to pass Chips and Davey because his straight line speed in that car is ridiculous. But usually Chips and Davey has really good straight line speed as well.
Well, and you think Forensic with the fastest lap, Roro with the fastest lap behind.
Oh, Sander the Dad's already caught Trolled. He's within 2 tenths.
Yeah, but are they going to go still need that distance, or is the mediums going to come back at him? That's going to be the question. Sander the Dad into the lead quite easily as Moo picks up another penalty. Yep. Then it gets Chips and Davey, and so does Guy Big Cool by the look of it.
Yep, he has. He's jumped up to P7. Oh, Norris has just got Chips and Davey as well. So Norris up to P8, Chips and Davey down to 9th. Bennett is doing really well up to 6th. Trolled falling a little bit back.
Yeah.
So this is what Sander the Dad wants to do.
He's really burning those softs up at the moment.
Yeah, he's going to have to watch what he's doing because he doesn't want to burn his tyres out. Oh, Norris has just got a penalty. So that's every single person got a penalty. Yeah, he doesn't want to burn those tyres out because obviously the more he pushes, the faster he's going to be, but he's going to wear his tyres out quicker.
Fastest lap for Sander the Dad.
Yep, Trolled's tyres are going to come back towards the end of the race. There is only 7 laps left, so let's see what's going to happen. Trolled can, Forensic GFX can see Trolled just in the distance there. So he's not really pulling the time back to Trolled. He can see his car, but not pulling the time back. Roro is pulling the time back to Forensic GFX though. Down to 1.8 seconds. He's got a few laps to try and catch him.
Gotta fight hard for his first podium. It's on the cusp.
Yep, it definitely is. As Ghost Viper gets past Conte. 2 of them are fighting into turn, I believe that's turn 2 and turn 3. Coming out the exit of turn 3. And yep, Ghost Viper gets it P13. Let's have a look what else is happening. Guy Big Cool's on the back of Bennett. With Norris just behind these two as well. Norris is on the mediums actually. So
Who's doing
this
the
could
best?
be.
I'm trying to think who's doing the best as a team at the moment. Possibly Red Bull.
Yes, it currently is Red Bull.
That's going to
Senior Weeze
extend
gets
this
another
fight.
penalty. I mean, Norris doesn't have a teammate. Bennett's in P6, but Ghost Viper's in 13th. Conte and Bonter are 11th and 14th. Forensic Narwhal's down in 15th, miles out of the race. Both Alfa Romeos are 16th and 17th. I mean, Chips and Davies in 10th and Trolls in 2nd, but I would still say it's Red Bull.
I'm trying to figure out at the moment whether Chips and Davey, if he finishes where he is, and same for Chips and Bonta, whether Bennett is going to crown the championship this race or not.
Chips and Davey will get 1 point. Bennett will get, I think that's 10 for 6th place.
No, it's 10 is 5th.
So it'd be 8 points for 6th place. So he's going to have a gap of 7 from this race from Chips and Davey. And I think his gap right now is about 40 points, something like that.
Yeah, I think it might be enough.
Oh, Troll's got another penalty.
That is not helpful.
He is outside the 3 second of Forensic GFX, but not by much, by about 7 tenths. So if Forensic GFX can pull that gap down, he could potentially take P2 from Troll.
Or rescue a P3. If Renault catches him.
Well, yeah, I mean, if Roland's actually dropping a little bit back, it was 1.8 seconds, it's now 1.9. Yeah, kind of mixing between 1.8 and 1.9. But I do believe the tyres are going to drop off from the softs. Probably around laps 35, so we'll probably see Troll try and push to get the victory, but I think Sander the Dad may actually have this one as Bennett gets past Moo. The two of them are fighting again, and they've got Guy Cool directly behind them as well, so this could be another 3-way fight.
I think Bennett has less penalties than Moo.
Yeah, I think Moo's got about 9 seconds. Oof, he went a little bit wide coming into the last part of the S section there.
Might be 12 for Moo actually. Maybe 15.
Yep, he now gets another penalty.
Snap oversteer there for Moo.
Guy Cool is all over the back of Moo. Coming into the straight, I think he's going to get him coming down the straight. We've got a yellow flag somewhere. I think that's Conte. It is. No, it's not. It was Ghost Viper, I think. Is Guy Cool going to get Moo? He's coming down the straight. He's almost alongside him. Does go down the inside. Has to cut the corner. Gets a 3-second penalty. And he gives the place back. But Moo, he's still trying to fight Moo. Look at Norris. Norris is all over the back of him. He's actually going for a move on him. Yep, goes down the inside. Can't quite make the move. These three are throwing the kitchen sink at each other. Oh, Norris clips the back of Guy Big Cool. But I don't think there was any damage there on Norris's Renault.
Row is under the second on Forensic.
Yep, he is. He's been pushing to catch him.
Falling further and further. Is he catching? He's falling further and back from Trolls.
Yeah, he is. He's now down to 4 seconds. He's going to have to try and keep Roro behind him. But these guys will start to suffer very soon. Forensic and Roro are basically on the exact same tyres. Roro's fell out of the DRS. Rain must have DRS because he was in it when they passed the activation line. He's going to have it again coming out of turn 3. And there it goes. But I mean, it's all good having DRS, but you still have to get close to the driver in front and then try and make a pass. So we'll keep an eye on that as Beastie and Moo are...
I tell you what else is not going to help Forensic situation is the fact that Roland has got 1% ERS and Forensic's only got 20.
Yep, that's not going to help him. I mean, the only thing you can hope for is that either Roland makes another mistake or their tyres start to fall off and Roland can't keep up. But the way it's looking right now, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Roland does have to brake a little bit. Beastie gets another penalty. Roland goes a little bit wide coming into the stadium section. Coming out the final corner, we've got a yellow flag. Chipson Davies retired! He's hit the wall. That's not going to cause a safety car. Guy Bigcool's retired! Oh, two big names retiring from the session. Roland's still not close enough to Forensic GFX to make the pass. There's only a handful of laps left. He's definitely going to have to get a push on to try and get past Forensic. He is going to have DRS this time. Is he going to get past him? Forensic is trying to save ERS as well. Roland has a lot of ERS. Goes a little bit wide to try and get the best exit into the corner. As Sander the Dad gets another penalty. I think that's him level. Yep, he's now level with Trolled, but Trolled is 8.5 seconds back from him. As it definitely looks like Forensic GFX a little bit more. I mean, he's not actually more comfortable coming through the S section, but Roland just cannot get close to try and make a pass. But it looks like he's going to be a lot closer this time. As he comes into the stadium section, he is right on the back of Forensic GFX. Gets a little bit of the back end sliding coming out of the stadium section. Loses a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Yep, catching dirty air coming out the final corner. He's within DRS range. Is he going to go for a move on Forensic GFX? He's definitely got the speed. There he goes. He does get past Forensic GFX and manages to take P3.
Still has for the next zone as well.
Yep, he is indeed. He's going to have one more lap to try and pull away.
How many? Wait a minute. If he pulls a second here.
If he catches up, he could technically get trolled. He has to make up 9 tenths in the next lap, 7 tenths. Troll's actually fallen back. If he gets to within 3 seconds of Trolled, he's taking P2.
Yeah, he's 9 tenths on him.
Yep. Sitting at 4 seconds. He is pulling away from Forensic GFX. Yeah, I do agree. Guy Bigcool was a top contender to win as well. Very unfortunate. It definitely was. I mean, it does have a lot of pace, and we know how good Guy Bigcool is.
Bennett's just picked up a penalty.
Yep, Bennett's. How many penalties does Bennett have? He has 9 seconds, and Norris has 3. So Norris is going to jump Bennett and take P5, unless Bennett can pull out 6 seconds. Forensic's falling a little bit back from PRS Roro. Trolled is still got a little bit of a gap on him. You can see Trolled.
He deploy everything. He used to deploy all of his EIS, and he has done that to his empty.
Yep, he is indeed. Forensic GFX still sticking with him, but he is about 1.4 seconds back, or 1.5 seconds back.
I was more thinking about getting the other way. They're down to 6 tenths.
Well, Trolled is running out of, but we'll jump on board with Sander the Dad. It's been a really unfortunate season for Sander the Dad, but he's about to come out of the stadium section, take his first ever win in F1XL for Red Bull, which is a really, really good feat for himself. And he passes, he actually hits the barrier and loses his front wing, as Trolled is coming across the line as well to finish P2. Really good drive from him, as PRS Roro comes across and finishes 3rd, with Forensic finishing 4th. Really good race from all of them.
What an unexpected top 4 though.
Yeah, Bennett finishes P6 as Norris does take P5 from him. Beastie gets P7 with Mook in P8. Bonta is about to come over the line and finish 8th. Moo has got dropped down to 10th by Ghost Viper. Bonta's in 8th.
While you're
Bonte's
doing that,
11th.
I'm going to go check some stuff.
Yeah, cool. Kirby is in 12th. And then we obviously have Senior Weenies coming through to take P13. So he's coming through now and manages to take P13. Forensic Narwhal is going to take P14, but and Human Raptor will finish 15th. Yeah, Forensic GFX in the chat saying, wow, best race of the season. Yep, I definitely do believe that was probably the best race of the season. PRS Roro for driver of the day. I mean, I can't disagree.
No, Santa the dad.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Santa the dad got the victory and Roro got P3.
They were next. I think they're both pretty next to each other on the grid as well.
I think for the first time this season we're going to have to give it to two drivers. It's going to have to be Santa the dad and PRS Roro. Just because the two of them, I mean, at the start of the race we were given the race win to Bennett and stuff like this. But I mean, for them just to pull it out the bag and for Sandor to get the victory and Troll to get P2. I mean, Roro started 19th on the grid and finished 3rd.
Speaking of, can we bring Bennett in as well? I think we should.
I mean, yeah, we can do.
I've just done the maths with Chips and Davey crashing out and how far back Bonta was is. And the points scored tonight, the gap is now uncatchable, and it is the F3 division champion.
Oh, well, there you go. I mean, it's not official, obviously, but we are. It's looking like he will be. I need trolled as well.
Pretty sure that's. Just done all my maths, and I'm pretty sure he cannot now be caught. There was only 26 points remaining, and he's well over.
Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh wow. T-R, nope, R. Ah, there he is.
So Sander the dad.
And where is he? Actually, why am I doing that? All I have to do is this.
Oh shit! No, why is it? Sorry, Ghost Viper. Ignore that, please. I was supposed. I don't know why it did that.
Get my card.
I don't. That's my bad, Ghost Viper. I apologize, mate. I was supposed to send that to Sander the dad.
Yeah, too easy, man.
Next season I'll get a podium, my prayer. Congrats to Bennett. Is that the title? Yes, Bennett. We do believe that is the title decider because Chips and David did crash out. Do we have everybody in here? We do. So
do we?
Guys,
who do we need?
I know we've got the top three. Just Bennett. Because obviously, by the looks of, I mean, if Swayze's maths correct, then Bennett has won. But we are going to start with, obviously, please, wait a minute.
Crying,
Include your audio, guys, because I'm not doing it through the PC, I'm doing it through the Xbox. Bennett saying that race was mental. Yeah, I mean, watch the stream back, Bennett, and you'll see how mental it just was. We are going to start with... we are going to start with the race winner, Sander the dad. Well done for your first victory in F1XL. I mean, it's obviously came in round 21, which is really late in the season, but what a race you had. That was probably one of... In fact, I think it was Forensic GFX said in the chat it was the best race of the season, and I cannot disagree with him.
If you're on
I have no idea.
As long as you open the party up on your phone, there's a little button. It should say tick to include audio. It should still work. Oh no, I don't think it does from a phone actually. Not to Twitch.
I have no idea. I have no idea. I've never done it from a phone before, so I have no idea. Um, but they can't. Yeah, they can't hear you, Sandor. You're gonna have to jump onto Xbox. Um, but whilst Sandor's doing that, we'll move to the man in P2. That is Trolled. Trolled, welcome to Podium Interviews. You've not had
Thank
the
you. Yeah.
best season, but I mean that was probably one of the best races we've ever seen you in.
Oh yeah,
Your
completely.
well, your strategy was on point. You had I caught so many passes from yourself. It was just ridiculous. Your racecraft today was amazing, and I mean no faults. Just an incredible race from yourself. But do you feel like you could have won that one?
Um, honestly, no, because there is not a could have done better in that entire race to claw back the 8 seconds I was behind Sander at the end. Like it was, I put my heart and soul into that, and there was 110%. So I'm more than happy with what I got because I know there was nothing more in the car or the tires.
Well, I mean, even though you did finish P2, Sander did pass you, but I mean, that's still nothing to bow your head at. You still managed to bring it back and put up to P2. I mean, Bennett and Chips and Davey have been fighting back and forward all season, and I mean, the top three we have right now are completely different. It's actually shocked me and Swayze. The top three right now, I think that's the first time we've ever had all three in the party. Obviously, we've had Sander the Dad's teammate and your teammate Trolled as well.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it must feel great for yourself finishing P2, especially in Mexico, because, I mean, it's not a relatively hard track, but it's still one where penalties come into play. The strategy does come into play as well, but I mean, every single person on the track today had a penalty, and
Yeah.
it was some of the best racing me and Swayze have ever seen all season.
Oh, I loved it. It was great because I cannot remember a time where I had that much confidence in the car to go out and make the moves that I needed to make. Whereas before, the other tracks I would have been cautious and maybe I would have waited too long and the opportunity would have passed me. But I remember, I think there was 2 occasions where I went past 2 cars on the same straight. I'm not
Yeah.
sure
Yeah,
if you caught
one
you from one
was,
straight.
well, yes, well, I don't know about if they were on stream, but I saw them. One, I know you did the McLaren, you did a double overtake down the main straight there,
Yeah, then there was
and
one
it was
there was one where I went past them both before the braking zone, and there was one where I sort of chucked it up at the inside a bit on Bonner, but we both left each other another space, and I just got the better exit out of
it's a great
two,
race, wasn't it?
three.
Yep. I mean, just everywhere on track was great racing from every single driver in that race. It was ridiculously close.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I've never seen anything like it, and I honestly, if I'm going to compete, there's not many people I'd rather lose to because you will actually know this, but Sander was actually my F2 tier 2 at the start of the season, and I sort of saw how much he was struggling. So for him to come back and do this, it shows character.
Yep.
So congrats.
Mm.
Yep.
That's great
Definitely.
sportsmanship, child, man. Great
Yep.
sportsmanship, man.
Definitely.
It shows, you
Um,
know,
Swayze, do you want to ask Trolled anything?
yeah, man. I'm just gonna pop on to what you said there during the race. Great strategic ball pitting under the VR under the virtual safety car definitely gained you a few places, and not only that, some added time. Unfortunate for you, I mean, if that VR, if it had just lasted until you'd actually exited the pits, you know that could have been a race win at that point.
Maybe, but I can't really look at it that way because if I look at it that way, then I'll just dwell on things.
No,
But I
no.
sort of anticipated that it wasn't going to last the whole length of the time that I was in the pits because it came out when I was in Sector 2. I was just hoping that I'd even get 10 seconds, but I think I got a little bit longer than that, so I was grateful for what I got.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great race overall, but I'm just going to touch on to the constructors side of things. Obviously, Chips and Davey not finishing today. Still a great result from you, but obviously you two, you know, you're both right there. I'm sure you're going to push next week for the constructor one.
I hope so. I just, well, obviously, we don't know if that's going to be a race next week with England and the Euros and everything. But if it's not next weekend, I will absolutely be there and I will obviously
It
give it
should
everything
be.
I've got.
For the
Hopefully, we can get the
tier.
job done. As I've done
I do
this.
yourself.
Um,
But no, congratulations, mate. Great race, great
Thank you.
racing
Cheers.
during the race, and
I'll
just
make sure to
overall
watch
well
it
done.
back.
Yep, that's definitely congratulations on P2 for Trolled, for Mercedes as well. Really good run from yourself. But we will jump back on with the man who did win. Hopefully he's included his audio this time so everybody can hear him. He is back in the party. Sando the dad, have you included your audio this time?
Yeah, no, I think I have now.
Okay, so obviously this is your first win in F1XL. We know it's round 21, it's coming to the end of the season, but how much does the win mean for you?
You have no idea, mate. I'm shaking my ass off right now. This is just ridiculous. First of all, I would like to apologize to Bennett because unfortunately we collided into turn one. I can't remember what lap it was. I pretty much ruined his race. I'm pretty sure of that. But I'm speechless. I came to this race with no expectations whatsoever. I was just trying to actually win a bet against my team owner, Madman, that I would outscore him this season. And I'm pretty sure with that win I got today, I'm gonna win that bet.
Well, from the start of the season to the midway point, your luck was kind of up and down a bit. You were obviously DNFing a few races and finishing outside the points, but I mean, do you feel like obviously the season's almost over, but do you feel like you can come back next season and maybe push a little bit more for next season and try and be towards the top? Because obviously this is going to give you confidence going forward.
Most definitely. Like the beginning of this season was hard because I transitioned over to a wheel, and it took me quite a while to get used to it. Unfortunately for me, I don't have that much time to practice at all, so that's the main reason I had so many crashes during the whole season. But the last 3 or 4 races, I've been able to uh, like uh, get a smooth run with the wheel, get in the groove, don't haven't made too many mistakes, and yeah, I'm pretty sure I can come back next season stronger than ever.
Well, we certainly hope you will. We obviously want to congratulate you on the win because we know the difficulties of moving from controller to wheel. So to move and then obviously get a win is a massive boost in confidence. So hopefully you can take this and push forward with it. But Sways, do you want to ask Sander any questions?
No, man. I mean, congratulations. Obviously, a great race for you. Your strategy worked out. Your driving today was sublime. Everything fell into place that it needed to. So, congratulations. A great performance. My driver of the day, personally.
Thanks.
Well done, man.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah.
Yep, definitely. We do actually have I would say two drivers of the day. Sander the dad for winning, and the man who finished P3 started from 19th on the grid and landed third, which is PRS Roro. Roland, how are you feeling after that race?
Yo, man, what a race.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Mad, I believe.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, after quali, I couldn't have thought it would end up on the podium.
I mean, you started from P19, so you were all the way at the back. Was that the plan? Did you want to start from the back? Because I know quite a few races you like starting a little bit further back so you can have the tyre advantage, but I mean, the 19th seems a bit too far back.
Yeah, I mean, being 11th like Sander that's a great position, but yeah, I didn't have the pace on. I saw I didn't have the pace on mediums, so I tried to go on softs, but I invalidated every run.
Well,
So I had to do 2 runs on the mediums and 2 runs I invalidated on the softs. So yeah.
Well, you came back on track and had to chase down Forensic GFX for P3. I think you had about 5 laps to do it. You managed to do it with 1 lap to go. You did it on lap 35. You passed him and managed to pull out a gap where he couldn't get the DRS advantage over you. But when you were behind him, did you think you were going to catch him? Because there was a point where you were kind of losing a little bit of time, gaining a little bit of time, and then losing, and then did you just massively push?
Yeah, it just stayed around 2 seconds and then tried to save some ERS and fuel along the way. So I kept that gap around 2 seconds and then, yeah, I didn't last lap, but I already had like 50 or 60% ERS. So I was like, yeah, just go for it and try to pull away on the last lap, and maybe you can even get strolled within 3 seconds. But yeah, that didn't happen.
You were close. You were close. I think you got it down to like 6/10, but
Yeah,
before you
next
were in the
lap.
3-second gap. But I mean, it was close for the most part. There was only 3 drivers at the front, and then when after the pit stops, the round of pit stops, it was just like hell let loose, and everybody, there was literally like 7 cars in a massive battle for places, and I mean it was that much. Me and Swayze couldn't keep up with how many people were trying to pass. At one point there was you were running 2x2 down the straight, and then running 3x3 down the straight as well, which was ridiculous for us to watch. But I mean it was so entertaining. But I mean to go from P19 to 3rd, that's I would say that's probably. I know you moved from F2 back down to F3, but I mean, to go from 19th to 3rd, that must feel amazing.
Yeah, especially if I don't like this track.
Yeah, well, that as well.
It's just, yeah, I had a great start, I have to say. I think I was already like 11th or something after turn 3.
Yeah, there was quite a few.
So yeah, I had a good getaway. I was on the right positions through the first few corners to avoid the cars, and yeah.
Yep.
And same as Stroll said, I just had so much confidence in the car. Just see a gap, go for it. I mean, when Bonta was in front of me and Norris, he scared the crap out of me. But yeah, I had to go on the inside and I managed to overtake him over.
We actually thought Norris was going to get a podium because he was the only person on track with no penalty, and then he landed a penalty, and that kind of changed the whole landscape of where he would actually be, because everybody was kind of jostling for position, and then obviously you broke away from the pack that was behind you, then chased down Forensic and passed him, and then just pulled away from him. But I mean, for me, Sander the Dad does get driver of the day, but you definitely have to get it as well for P19 to 3rd. That was ridiculous. It was. I mean, I definitely agree with Forensic. This is probably the best race of the season so far.
Yeah, I did in Brazil. Brazil was pretty mad as well, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it was. It definitely was. But I definitely think this one topped that with the amount of battles and passes and everything that was on track. But I mean, still, congrats for P3. Swayze,
thank you.
Do you have a question for Roland?
Well, only the one that denied Forensic his first podium. Do you feel guilty about that?
No.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, it's unfortunate for him.
Good.
It's unfortunate for him. I did it before with Tom, so. No, it's unfortunate for him. He had great pace today, great qualifying, and yeah.
But yeah,
and he will get his podium. It's not this season.
Oh yeah,
in
come.
future seasons, he
He's
definitely
a
will
really
get
good
his
driver.
podiums.
Yeah.
time will tell, and hopefully he will stay with us throughout next season as well. But back to tonight, a great race, Roland. You know, as Will's already covered, from as far back as you started to the podium, an amazing achievement, an amazing drive, man. Well done.
Thank you,
Go and
man.
have your celebration suit. That's what I would do.
Yep.
I'm already busy.
So obviously, congrats to Sander the Dad for winning, Trolled for 2nd and Roland for 3rd. Great race from the 3, but we do have another driver in the chat. We have Bennett, who has been, I mean, it's not officially confirmed, but we do believe it is.
Campeón.
Yeah.
It has not officially been confirmed by F1XL, but my maths,
He is for the
it
season.
is undeniable at this point.
The captain.
Bennett will be champion, but of course as said earlier, we may not be here next Sunday due to the fact it is coming home.
It's not. It's not.
Shut up, Roland.
You're lying.
Don't lie. Yeah, we'll have none of that. But obviously, with that said, the fact that we may not be here next Sunday, we have brought him here into the comms box to say congratulations. Will, I'll let you take over and introduce our man and our champion.
Yep, so obviously season 17, as Swayze said, may be coming to an end tonight. So Bennett, you are obviously not officially yet, but the points count back for Swayze. He's definitely said it, and I trust his maths-ish. But how does it
It's
feel?
the fact that Chips and Davy didn't finish tonight.
Well,
That's changed
Needs to
everything.
gap is 26 or more, then he's champion, right?
Well, I mean, obviously it's been a real. I mean, it has been quite a tough season because Chips and Davy came into prominence just out of nowhere, basically. But I mean, how does it feel? You now champion in season 17 of F3. How are you feeling? Yep. Yeah, I mean it was. Oh yeah, definitely was. I mean, yeah, there was. I mean, yeah, yep, I caught that. I mean, at the start it was you, Moo, and Forensic GFX because he was sticking with the two years, and you and Moo kept changing position, which. I mean, I had to stay on board with the lead, obviously, but there was so many passes happening, it was just unbelievable. But, I mean, well, you had that. Well, I suppose the one question on everybody's mind is, how would you sum up your season? Well, you are unofficially crowned the champion for now. So, oh, okay. So people can't hear you. Did you include your audio?
Alright.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
basically
you
just
may
to
have to
relay.
open the party and tick the box.
Yeah, just to relay what Bennett said, he was the race was mental, and he's kept it consistent all season, which I can't disagree with. I mean, he's had a really good season, and obviously to be crowned champion, I mean, it was going to be a really good fight between yourself and Chips and Davy, but I mean, you came out on top. You've now won the championship, so hopefully we'll see you back next season in season 18. And see what you can do from there. But I mean, apart from that, I don't really have anything else to add unless Swayze does.
No, congratulations, Bennett. You know, what a division to win a championship in as well, because this season in F3 has been absolutely phenomenal. You've been phenomenal. The action's been phenomenal. It's just been so brilliant. So congratulations to you on that championship. I'm sure you will get all the official recognition very soon. Other than that, thank you so much to all the rest of the drivers out there who have competed in F3 this season as well. Whether you've been in the comms box on the podium or not, whether you've been in the chat, thank you for all of the support that me and Will receive doing the F3 comms division. We've loved every moment of it. It's been a privilege. Thank you.
Forensic GFX, everyone enjoyed that and your great commentary. Loved most of the season, lads. Can't wait for season 18. Until then, or next week, cheers. Thank you. Both season 18 will be even better. I think that's just kind of confirmed that Forensic GFX will be back for next season. So, yeah, I mean, and no thank you for the races that you've put on track for me and Swayze to commentate over, because it has been incredible. And we will hopefully see everyone back on track next season, and racing again next season. But I mean, that's it from us. That might actually be the final time we commentate, because obviously, as Swayze said, if England make it through, I think the final's going to be on the 11th of July, which is a Sunday, and the day
Might
before
be the
my
week
birthday.
after.
And the day before my birthday, which is going to be interesting. But until then, you can catch the roundup of Sander the Dad, and we have loved you guys. Thank you for commentating us. Yeah, I mean, it was our privilege, basically. But yeah, we are done for tonight. If you want to see the roundup of all the F1XL leagues, be sure to jump in on Wednesday. I believe it's Gareth that runs it with Ollie, I think. Roland will probably correct me if I'm wrong. But that will be on the official F1XL Twitch channel at 7 PM on Wednesday, where you can see a roundup of F1 through to F5, see who won, and just get a general rundown from whoever's in from that league. But I mean, that's it from us. Until then, we will see everyone either next week or next season. But until then, goodbye.